This is one of my craziest videos. Trust me, I've never seen like these kind of reptiles, but I'm gonna see them today. I'm talking about python, chameleon, axolotls, different kind of turtles, frogs. Follow me. So I'm on my way to view this reptile rescue. It's like a sanctuary, or somehow I don't know if this road is the correct one, but guess what, still gonna try, still gonna find out. So I'm currently at the Southern Arizona Reptile and Rescue
and Education.
All right, so today we're going to learn some new stuff, some things that we have never seen in Jamaica. So follow me on my journey. So this is
a bearded dragon.
A bearded dragon.
His name is Hank. He's a beautiful boy. He's called a bearded dragon because they have this dark beard right here. That's where they get their name.
And does this one bite?
Anything with a mouth can bite.
For real?
But he's very friendly. He's actually one of our ambassadors. We take him to schools and birthday parties and all kinds of events.
Okay.
And he is a very, very sweet boy. He's about 6 years old.
Ooh.
Feels like sandpaper.
Yep. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Yeah, very rough skin. But bearded dragons are the #1 most popular pet lizards.
Pet lizard, okay.
They eat mostly solids when they're full grown. When they're babies, mostly bugs. He still gets bugs for treats.
Yeah.
But he eats mostly solids when he's full grown.
Mostly salads. Yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
This is the bearded dragon.
Yes. Other bearded dragons. So Hank is our ambassador. The other ones are up for adoption because we try to find them new homes.
So like this one and
this one and that one, and the one back there are ready for new homes. We try and find them new homes as much as possible.
Okay, so they're all 4 bearded dragons.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So now we're gonna look at python. Whew! Dang, this one is huge, colorful too.
So this beautiful girl, her name is Daisy. She is a reticulated.
What do you mean reticulated?
Good question. So she's called a reticulated python because of the pattern on her back. So a lot of times reptiles will be called a striped, banded, or reticulated. So this type of pattern is known as a reticulated pattern. And so they get their name from that. Reticulated pythons.
I'm kind of scared, like for real.
No, that's okay. They are the second largest species of snakes. They are the longest species, but not the heaviest.
How tall is this one?
She is over 7 feet.
Ooh.
So I'm 5'6".
Yep.
So as you can see, she is much longer than I am. But she's a beauty, and she's very sweet.
And does this one? Is it poisonous?
Is it venomous? No. No.
Non-venomous.
She is not venomous.
Oh.
No. So we don't have anything venomous here.
Okay. But even so, I'm still like, because this is new to me.
Yes.
So just looking at it, knowing it's a snake, it's hard for me to even like come close.
I understand. How about if you just pet the back end of her and I'll hold her head.
But it feels pretty smooth.
What's that?
The skin feels pretty smooth.
Very, yeah. Yeah, she's actually very smooth.
Is this a male or a female?
She is a female.
A female. How do you know when it's a male or a female? How do you know the difference?
So to find out for sure if it's male or female, we have to actually probe them with a tool to find out how deep that tool goes into the opening that they have under their tail. Otherwise, it doesn't matter to us if they're male or female, as long as they know what they identify as. That's all that matters.
That's a reticulated python.
Yes.
Ooh. I was genuinely scared to even like touch it, despite knowing it's not venomous. But because I'm not used to it,
It's always good to have a healthy respect.
for real.
Yep. All right. So the next one I'm going to show you is a Tegu.
Dang.
Okay.
So this is a Tegu.
This is a Paraguayan red Tegu. You can see how massive his body is.
Ooh.
This guy is about 15 pounds. He's very heavy, very solid. Tegus are known to be the most intelligent of all lizards. They can be trained to walk on a leash, which Red here does. He has his collars right here. He can walk on a leash. They can be trained to come when their name is called, which Red does not. They can be trained to use a litter box. They can even be trained to fetch. His favorite thing to fetch is mice, but he never brings them back.
Oh. And how many of these do we have here? I'm seeing like
there's 5.
5?
There is 5.
1, 2,
so
3,
there is
4.
2 reds, just like him, 2 red Tegus. And then there is 1 albino, the white one, the solid white one. And
so that's the one in the corner right here.
Yes. And then 2 black and whites.
Yeah. Ooh. Dang. Oh. This one is really pretty. Alright, here we go for a chameleon.
Wow.
But this one is really colorful.
Yeah, this is a veiled chameleon, so the most popular chameleon in the pet trade.
Let me bring this up a little bit. Alright, there we go.
So they are very beautiful. They're fascinating creatures. They are amazing to watch, but they do not make good pets. So I do not recommend that anybody get a chameleon as a pet. They are very, very hard to keep. They have a lot of requirements. They have an extremely high mortality rate, which means they die very easily.
What could be the cause of that though?
So the cause, a lot of it is simply stress.
Yeah.
So as an animal that moves very, very slowly, anything that disturbs them causes them stress.
Oh.
So as you can see, he's not a happy camper, but he's perfectly normal. That is absolutely normal behavior for a chameleon. So a lot of people don't realize also that they can be very unhappy little lizards too. So.
Would you consider this one to be like a big one or a small one?
For chameleons, they are on the larger end of the chameleon species.
Oh.
But as you can see, he's already changing colors, and he's hissing. So that color change is showing that he is, again, not a happy camper.
Oh.
So we see them changing colors, but take a look at his feet. So as you can see, his feet there, they have split feet. Oh, he's giving you a high five. You see that? High five. Yeah, hey Bob. This is Bob, by the way. So those split feet help them hold on to branches so that when they're up in the trees, they are able to hold on without the fear of falling so easily. And that's just something that nature has provided them with so that they have one extra benefit, because when you're a very, very slow lizard that cannot outrun anything, you need all of the advantages that you can get. They also have this prehensile tail, which acts as a safety net. So if he was to lose his grip and
he would use his tail to
fall off of his branch, he would be able to pull himself back up. So he uses his tail as a safety net. And then, of course, his 2 eyes move in 2 different directions.
Okay.
At one time, so he's able to see every predator out there. He
from both sides.
Yeah, also to look for prey. And then his tongue can stretch out as long as his body. So if his body is 10 inches, his tongue can stretch out 10 inches. But
really?
You can see he does have, he does have some teeth in there. So if he were to bite, it wouldn't feel that great.
Oh.
It wouldn't be like severe.
But it's not bad because the size of the teeth are not that big.
Right. And then the veiled chameleons have this big cone or casque on their head that is part of their skeleton. And we've discovered that they actually use that to help direct water into their mouth during the small rain showers that they have in the Arabian Peninsula where they're from. So it helps them optimize all of their water intake.
Ooh. At the end, I'm gonna tell you which one is my favorite. Sure, it's one that can bite. Look how she's just petting the snake around here.
Now,
Which snake is that one?
It's a boa.
It's a what?
Boa.
Boa constrictor. I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer. How tall is this one?
Oh, about 3 feet.
About 3 feet?
2.5 to 3 feet.
So that's your pet?
It's going to be my pet.
Oh. All right.
Now we're going to go to number 2 most popular lizard pet. So this is a leopard gecko. These little guys are very small. This is almost full grown. They don't get much bigger. But this is the second most popular. So a lot of people here will have this as their first reptile pet.
So this is a leopard gecko?
Leopard gecko. They come from Africa. And they will use their tail to store fat and water. So that's why their tail has some plumpness to it. So that way when they go through months and months of no rain, they can use that supply of fat and water. Yeah. So.
That's a leopard gecko.
Yeah. Beautiful eyes. You hear that? This is a tokay gecko. Tokay geckos come from Asia. They're very, very vocal. They are not user-friendly lizards.
I can tell that.
These are something that a lot of people will have in a collection. Definitely not a beginner lizard, but they are very beautiful. They like to open, and as you heard, their little barks and chirps and squeaks and squeals. There you go. There you go. He's showing you his vocal cords in there. Because geckos are one of the few species of lizards that have vocal cords.
Oh, so it makes it a bit louder.
Yes. And he also has very cool feet that stick to everything. So there you can see his little feet, and you can see.
Oh, this one, the feet also is, yeah, it's wider too.
Yeah. There you go. Those are little feet. You can see all those little microscopic scales on the toes. They help them climb up glass.
Oh. And remind me the name of this one. It's a gecko?
A tokay gecko.
Tokay gecko, right?
Very vocal.
This one is not friendly at all. This one is very loud and is telling you, hey, don't touch me.
So Zeus is an African black-throat monitor. Pebbles is his girlfriend. He is 3 years old, 5 feet long, and 45 pounds.
That's for Zeus?
For Zeus, the bigger one, yeah.
Mm.
And then Pebbles is the smaller one, the female.
Okay. Are they aggressive any at all?
He is not. She is a little sassy, but he is very friendly.
Oh. And it's just the two? How much pound is this one? For
45.
Zeus? 45. And for Pebbles?
For Pebbles, she is about 20.
20. Dang. And they are all lizards?
Yes. They are monitor lizards. Black-throat monitor lizards. He's only a baby. He'll get 2 feet longer.
For Zeus? He's how many feet?
He's 5 feet.
5
right
feet?
Now. He'll get 7 feet.
Okay. Dang. I didn't know we have. Is that a part of like Komodo dragon? Oh.
Yep, in the monitor family. Yes.
So Komodo dragon is also a part of the monitor family?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I could tell. So these are Pebbles and Zeus black-throat monitor lizards. Can you repeat that for me?
So Jax is the orange one. He's an adult male green iguana, even though his color is orange.
Oh, it's classified as green?
He's still called a green iguana. He just is a red morph.
Oh.
And then the smaller one is what a normal green iguana would look like at that size. So when they're babies, they're very, very bright green. As they get older, the color fades a little bit. And then,
for these two at the top.
So these two, the smaller one is a rhinoceros iguana, and the other one is a Cuban iguana, both on the endangered species list.
Oh.
They're in the rock iguana family.
So, for all these species, do you find them in Arizona?
No, none of these actually are from Arizona. These are all in the pet trade. So these are all somebody's pets that were surrendered to us.
Okay.
And then up here, another monitor species. This is a...
Can you repeat that for them? Go ahead.
So these are savanna monitors. They get about 4 feet long. They're one of the more common monitor lizards. One of the things about them is they are prone to obesity as pets because people like to feed them things that cause problems for them. Like they think that because it's a monitor, it needs to eat rodents. But these are actually an insectivore species.
What does that mean?
So that means they're actually supposed to eat mostly bugs.
Oh. So this one is?
This is an Egyptian Euromastix. They are actually the oldest identified lizard in the world. They are mentioned in the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. They are completely herbivore species, so they eat only plants. They also like to eat seeds, and they can go their entire life without drinking any water.
Really? Because I'm looking and I'm seeing that the container right there is pretty empty. It's pretty dry.
Yep.
And how long do these grow?
So the Egyptian Euromastix is different than the ornate Euromastix. The Egyptian Euromastix is a very large species. This little guy is only about 1.5 years old. He will get 3 feet long.
Okay. Nice.
So this one is called a painted agama. They are in the same family as the bearded dragon, but they are much smaller. They're very colorful, but they have a few differences. The head looks very, very similar, but the tail is much spikier and harder. And then they have these bands on their tail that bearded dragons do not have. So very similar and very closely related to a bearded dragon, but also a lot different.
Ooh, it's pretty rough.
Yes, very. That's part of their protection.
Yeah.
Painted agama. This is Gonzo.
That's Gonzo?
That is Gonzo. He is an African bullfrog, the second largest species of frog in the world.
You gonna take it out? No, but
yeah, I can see.
You don't need to because it's in the water.
Yeah.
I can see from here.
Okay. And he's only a baby.
When you say baby, how old are you talking about?
He's 2 years old, and he will get half the size of a bowling ball.
That's an African bullfrog?
Yep.
Gonzo?
Gonzo.
Imagine looking at this as a baby. Wow.
The same kind of frogs. These are all Australian tree frogs. So they're one of the larger species of tree frogs, and they do have variances in their colors. So the darker one that you see there.
So is that real?
So the darker one in the corner there her name is Charming, and next month she will be 15 years old.
Wow. That's the brown one over here?
Yeah.
15.
Yep, she will be 15.
Let me see if I can zoom it up a little bit. Yep.
Yep, she's an old lady.
That's the brown one in the corner right there. So Australian tree frog?
Australian tree frog.
So that blue one beside it, is it real?
Yes. It's also an Australian tree frog.
Wow. But looking at it, I would think it's like a toy. But that's actually real.
Yep.
And there's one, well, this one I realized that this one is actually real because I can see it's breathing.
Right.
Wow. And these are the Australian tree frog.
Very, very popular in the pet trade.
Pet trade as in?
As in people can buy them and have them as pets.
Okay, okay, good, good.
So you felt some of the harder ones, but these little guys are very, very
Which
soft.
one is this? It's a gecko as well?
Yes, it's a crested gecko.
And if you read the shape of the tail is also a little bit different.
Yeah, these little guys have a semi-prehensile tail, so they can hold on with their tail. But if these guys lose their tail, it does not grow back.
Oh, but for the others, it will grow back.
Most others will grow back.
And that's the crested gecko.
And he's called a crested gecko because of this little row of spikes.
Yeah.
But as you felt, they're very soft. They're not hard at all. He tricks his predators.
Here we're looking at a different kind of chameleon.
So same kind, just a different one.
Oh, it's the same kind.
So he still has the big cast on his head.
This one is pretty relaxed. Ambassador veiled chameleon. Here we are seeing more snakes. These are I'm seeing corn snakes and ball python.
Yes. So this is where we keep them to keep them quarantined, so that if any of them have any kind of transmittable diseases or parasites, they don't contaminate the others.
So you just get these. Okay, okay. I see you. Would it like snap?
Possibly.
Because it looks really like focused right now. This one, remind me the name of this one is a Savannah Monitor?
Yes.
Good.
Actually a type of salamanders called axolotls. In the wild, they are found in one lake up in the higher elevations of Mexico. But there are more in the pet trade and as pets than there are left in the wild. They're very endangered in the wild.
So what are these on?
So those frilly things on their neck is gills, so that they are able to breathe underwater.
Okay. So that means they can survive outside of water too?
They will not survive outside of water. If they still have their gills, they will dry out and they will die. And they will not be able to absorb enough oxygen to survive. But this is a type of salamander that does not grow up into an adult stage salamander.
Okay.
So they live.
Stay small.
They stay this larval stage their entire life.
And it's axolotls?
Axolotls.
Okay. So
the best way to find out a lot of information about them is to axolotl questions.
For real. It's the first I'm seeing anything like this. Because I was thinking it's actually a fish. That's what I was thinking at first. But having closer look at it, I realized it's not. Axolotls. So the black one is different from the other two?
So the black one is simply a melanistic morph. So it's just a genetic difference in the color, but it's still the same exact species.
Wow. Yeah, so for me, living in Jamaica for all my life, I've never seen these kind of things. Never. The most we would see every day are lizards, but not those like large gecko or regular small lizards. Dogs, cats. If you go to the zoo, you would see other things, but not as much as what we have here.
Yeah.
This is a whole different background. How often do you get like visitors?
Every so often, like, you know, today I got a phone call that says I can't find you. Where are you? And here you are.
Because I came around and then I was like, where is this? So I spoke to a gentleman at the front and he was like, this is all housing apartments. So I'm like, let me call the number.
Yeah.
So that's how I got here. Do you get sponsorship for all of this?
None. None. I pay for everything. So our revenue, our income, and our funds comes from adoptions, surrenders, our educational presentations that we do at schools, and our Reptile Adventure birthday parties where we take our animals and go to somebody's birthday party and help them have an amazing birthday party. We do that too. And that's it. We don't get any kind of grants.
Yeah.
We don't get any kind of funds or sponsorships from anybody. No government funds, no government
This
grants.
needs to be a part of like a school curriculum. The variety of information that is stored right here, I think it should be a part of like the curriculum.
We try to go to
kids would learn a lot.
Oh, they do. They do. We have an excellent educational program that we take to the schools. It's a STEM-based educational presentation. So STEM is the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics that a lot of science programs focus on nowadays. We go to STEM nights. We do the STEM-based educational presentations. It lasts about an hour. We talk about a lot of really, really cool stuff, and we show the kids amazing animals.
Is this one sleeping?
This one is very, very comfortable.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like I would want to hold it, but I'm still afraid. Think I should try?
I think you should. Do you want me to get you a small one?
This one look like he's already sleeping. Come over a little bit.
So first, you just want to let them know that you're going to be touching them. See?
And you said this one doesn't sting any at all. Not venomous.
No, not venomous.
It's friendly. She just hold it like it's nothing.
Most snakes by nature are actually very docile. Very few of the species are what we would consider aggressive. Most of them, when we see behaviors like striking or coiling, that is a defensive behavior. That's showing us that they are terrified of what we might do to them. And so they are trying to simply protect themselves.
Can see too that you're a snake lover. Where did I see a snake tattoo? Yep, right here. Wow. I think I'll have to get warm up to holding it. But for now,
yeah, you'll have to come back when you're ready. And
I'll definitely come back because I live pretty close. I live like 5 minutes from here.
Not bad. Yep.
And then when I get visitor, I'll definitely take them here. Because I said this is something that we don't have in Jamaica. We don't see this. So whenever my family members come over, I'll definitely take them here. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And they say you're gonna adopt this one? Take it home?
Yep. That's what we do. We want them to have their own homes. We don't want them to just live here. We want them to have a family and be loved. Not that we don't love them while they're here, but he deserves his own family.
For real.
And I think
so I definitely won't be able to hold it because I'm still scared. The most I can do is pet it somewhat.
But that's the first time you've ever pet a snake?
That's the first time for me touching a snake.
And is it different than you expected? Because you said it was very smooth. And did you expect that, or did you expect maybe something a little bit different?
I think I was expecting it to be a bit more aggressive.
Okay.
But the skin texture is okay for me. I was expecting this. Seeing it over and over, but I think it would be like more aggressive. But it's a complete opposite. It's so
Yes.
relaxed right now.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Well,
I just had one of my most exciting yet, how should I say, fearful experience. I've never touched a snake before, and I just did. Touch a python. I've never touched a gecko, a chameleon, what else? It was so much, but for me, it's like a milestone. I've never done these things, but it was a sight. It was a sight, and the experience was good. That experience was good. I was just heading home from work and decided to stop by because, you know, it has to do with adventure. It has to do with something that I've never seen before. And trust me, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I was able to see different kind of snakes. Python, I can remember. There was the bearded dragon, different species of the bearded dragon. Iguanas, chameleon, Russian turrets, axolotls. I've never seen that one. I've never seen that one, but trust me, guys, take a look at this video.